Hi, chat. Hello, everyone. Did it do it again? Extra ads again? Hi, Mousy. Thank you for the lurk, Surge. Hi, Nordic Wolf. Gotta love Twitch and its extra ads. You would think. You would think that given I ran ads manually, it wouldn't run other ads, but it does. Though if you do refresh in the middle of ads, they will just rerun the ones you refreshed. Well, I found that. Um, that was interesting. How did I manage to open the advancements from there? um, but yeah, Twitch has been very annoying lately. I did get a lot of ads on a stream I was watching earlier. But it's also okay because I was like half watching it. You think they fixed their code, but nothing is wrong with their code according to Twitch. Well, to be fair, I'm sure the ads are making them some money, which is great. I get pennies from it. I mean, in the literal sense. I'd have to run. I don't know. I'd have to run at least like 6 minutes an hour or something ridiculous. Just but given it's only like then it's 2 cents instead of 1 cent, and it's not really. You find that you have a web browser that will let you pop out the mini player and unmute it so you can still watch the stream. Ah, yeah. That's interesting. I kind of wish there was a way to do that more, like, because I feel like the problem with running ads on a live thing is you're gonna miss stuff. Versus, like, if I'm watching a TV show or a YouTube video, I'm not going to miss out on anything because I'm watching the, 5 minutes of ads. Just means that watching the video is going to take 5 minutes longer. Whereas with Twitch, it's just like I can be watching someone play the new like Mecha Million stream, right? And I can miss an entire round if they play ads. You didn't miss a stream? I don't know. Streaks are really bad about sticking. As it turns out, it's very difficult. What was I thinking? Not that any of you would know what I was thinking. But yeah. That's one of the reasons I actually like to watch VODs like on YouTube a lot of the times. Because even when there are ads, I still get to see all of the things that happened. Um, Turbos. Yeah, Turbo's cool. Okay. One of my things that hangs on my desk is backwards. Got spun around. Second streamer. Yeah, it does tend to happen. I had a couple. Some of them, I don't know exactly what happened. Some of them, I know exactly what happened, and I just wasn't like. It's like if I don't jump on the notification and then I forget, like, that's kind of on me. I only have one streak really going on right now, and it's set. Hold on, let me check. I got to a certain point on the streak, and I was like, if this keeps going, great. If it doesn't, I got to this point, so I'm happy. Hold on, let me check. What am I at? 139. I feel like the fact that I've managed to do that, given how much it breaks, is an achievement in of itself, and I'm good with that. I had two. I was on like a 50 stream streak with Tango. But he streamed like twice in one day and I missed the earlier in the day stream. And yeah. Whoops. You have two that you really want to do. Oh, is Grim and mine. Yeah. You're at 172. Mm-hmm. Which is still crazy. So. A long way home. I've been busy since last time we were on here. Granted, last time we just did dungeons, if I remember correctly. Right? I didn't actually end up doing any building. I think I did building after I ended stream. 165 milligrams. If you lose any of the big ones, you will be raging. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure all the building I've done has been off camera on this. Well, to be fair, I was in a Discord VC, so people were watching me build, but you know. Scotsman's, yeah, it's 350, which is crazy. You're over 200 on one or two and 100 plus on others. It was crazy as I feel like some people had a 365 stream streak or something crazy like 2 weeks after they released streaks. So I was very confused by that. But yeah, I been debating what to do with this base, as some of you might realize. I haven't actually played on the server until this week, basically. I haven't played on the server in like 3 months? 4 months? I don't know. It might have been more months than that. 2 months? Whatever. It's been a minute. You got a big one on Scotsman's? Yeah. Well, it's also easier to get longer streaks than people who stream almost every day. Because like the person I have the 139 stream streak with streams like 5 out of 7 days a week or something. And a lot of the times it is every day, but then he takes breaks. Because like last week I don't think he barely streamed. So it just depends. That's true. A check-in can't be broken. I don't know how you make that a counter exactly, but you know, I am no expert. I just work with what I got. So I've been doing some building. Firebot, yeah, that's probably why. I need to fix this. This is bothering me. I'm gonna fix that later. So, this piece of land over here was originally a bit taller, and less gradual. Like it was a much harsher hill. Maybe a little bit more like that. Hello, friend. I had figured out. I had been trying to figure out what to do, and I was running around the server after I did dungeons. And I ran into a village, and I was like, you know what? I like the way this village feels. This is kind of the feel I want for my build. I was like, so I should just build more of a village. Now, I don't know if it's obvious, because it probably isn't. Over here is more of like a flower farm kind of vibes. Like that's what it's supposed to be, minus the obelisk, of course. I probably actually need to put some more ruins in to make that look a little less conspicuous. But there are gonna be more patches like this, and I'm gonna do probably more of this as well. I might start mixing up. I don't know. I have to figure that part out. I haven't figured that out yet, obviously, because otherwise they'd be built. But I also have these village houses on this side over here, where I put my villagers, and I was like, you know what? If I just take that across the lake, right? Like, mimic these builds. They're all on this side of this bit. I don't think I have. This is my house, so that doesn't count. Yeah, I don't really have village buildings on this side of the island at the moment. So I decided to extend it across the waterway, and I started terraforming so that it would be easier to put the path up it, because at the time it was very like steep. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get a path up this. So I lowered it a little bit, smoothed it out a bit. It was more like this. Well, not even that. That would be easy to put a path up. And whatnot. You can actually probably see some of the terraforming I did. I did not fill it in. Bits and pieces. And I started building these houses. I laid them all out first. Obviously, these are not all of the houses that are gonna be here. I'm gonna do more. What's wrong, Lou? Is Mom home or about to be home? Go say hi to her and leave me be. Firebot has commands capable of integration with Twitch rewards that are affiliate only. Ah, yes, makes sense. I was just gonna say Behem was in chat, but no. I've been working on this, and I added the wheat farm and the bee garden because I wanted to break things up. You don't want everything to be buildings. Lizzie, am I seriously gonna have to go AFK for a second and take you outside? Is that what this is? I think you're just trying to trick me into taking you out when Mom gets home. Hold on. You're just trying to trick me, baby. So yeah, I've just been building the houses and gonna probably extend it this way. Maybe a little bit more this way. Actually, no, I don't want to go too much further this way because I don't want to disrupt. I don't know exactly what I'm building on that side, but I don't want to disrupt that. So probably not too much further this way, but I tend to go further back. Probably to like here at least. I don't know, because if you look at the map, you've got all of this space. Speaking of stream streaks, thank you for the 75 stream streak. Got all of this space. Like, I'm gonna at least build in most of the biome that's next to the island. Like, I intend to at least do that. Though... Wait, which one's that again? Hi. Which biome is here? Oh yeah, it's the jungle one. But there's like some spots here that I have ideas for in some way. So, I do need to figure out where to put the next one of these trees. I might need to do that next before I keep going. Because there needs to be one of those trees over here. What do I keep loading in? Hold on. I'm gonna check on something. I noticed some frame drops there for a second. I'm gonna check our usual culprits. Hello. Oh, no, that one's not full. That one's not full. Alright, they're all working, but they're all... This should be fine. Go ahead and do this as well. I am having a little bit of an issue with my mouse. So I don't remember what day it was. But one of the days recently I noticed that my middle click wasn't working. I fiddled with it and I think some dust got in it and has now gotten underneath my right click mouse bit. I fiddled with it a little bit before stream and I can't quite seem to get it to stop being slightly annoying. But if you notice me messing with and being unable to like move things and stuff, that's why it's a problem. But it's a problem that I will keep like trying to get the piece of dust out. I just have to figure out how to get something in there to actually get it out. At least I am hoping it's a piece of dust. I have some stuff from the dungeon that I haven't done yet. Oh wait, this is auto smelting now. Oh dear, I have a lot of charcoal. I wonder what it turned into charcoal. Oh well, it's a good thing I have lots of stuff. So at least clean that up. Oh wait, copper doesn't go there. This stuff does, so. Copper goes in here probably. Thank you for the follow, by the way. My guess is I had the. Could have sworn I heard Endermite, but I think I'm just hearing things. Okay, so woods we need for this. Most likely, most of that charcoal actually was hell bark, which I have 6,000 of, so it's not like it's a problem. And I also need a little bit of this. Well, actually, I shouldn't. I should. What is this? Remind me again. Mushroom slabs. Mushroom. This one? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I have a lot of likes. I should use those up first. Also made quite a few accidental not buttons, but pressure plates because I'll be clicking and trying to make the stairs and slabs. Trying to make slabs usually, and it just goes. Actually, seeing as you're one of those clicks is not going to work, and you're not going to notice because I'm going too fast, and end up making pressure plates instead, which is not a huge problem because I have tons of wood. Okay. Cracked bricks. Oh, I must have had brick planks. Auto smelted. Cracked polish. Well, now those are cracked. Okay. That's kind of funny. Amazing, actually. Oh, goodness. So, which house do I want to work on next? Turn the advanced refill on, because that will be useful. Let's see. I did. Which log is that? I didn't just. Most of these are the hell bark, but I want to mix in. I don't want this house to be the one that stands out, you know. Oh, maple. Oh, isn't that one of the trees we can't? That's one of the trees we can't auto farm. So got a new emote. Oh, that one's cute. I think that one's far enough away that if I kind of just do that, it won't be a problem. Now do I want to do this one up a bit like that one is? I kind of think I do. So if I add... Okay. 2, 3, 4, 6. Should be 6 from this one, actually. One, two, 3, 5, 6. I knew it. She was trying to trick me. People are home. Probably also needed to go outside. But she's a trickster. At the end of the day. Y level 73. Alright. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get rid of this tree. It's fine. Is it decaying? Yes, okay. I've noticed recently that they have sometimes been needing a little bit extra encouragement to remember that they're supposed to decay. Do, 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 do. Oh, up to one too many. Oh, disconnected. Perfect. Kind of feel like that might be too tall. I think if I take it down. Do it at this level, I think it'll be okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's just 2 blocks shorter should do it. Yeah. Burp, burp, burp. Alright, let's go. But still pretty high on this end. And I think it's gonna look cool because I wonder if I should put something under there. Like, I know there's a garden right here. Where is the nearest painting? But let's put one there. I know there's a garden right here. I'm still debating about whether I want this, like, tall fence situation or whether I want to redo that. I said debate. Da, 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 da. Doop, doop. There we go. Okay. Next we should put in a floor. What have I got? I mean, I've got tons of things in my other backpacks, but want something that's not going to stand out too much because we're going to actually see this one from below. This is already gonna have a lot of the other. Well, no, actually, it's not gonna have a lot of this because it's gonna have a hair. Hi. Good. Okay. Sorry, chat. Let's continue. Oh, if I take that out, I need to place one. I did have the thought the other day that, and dangerous, I know, I'm aware, it's fine. That I might want to not light it up perfectly. Because the only thing that spawns in this biome, other than phantoms, I need more cats, actually. I should breed up the cats. Is witches and zombie villagers. And I don't need to light it up perfectly, but I also don't want my visitors to get bombarded with poison potions and splash damage potions every time they come over to say hi. So I'm gonna have to find a balance between the two, I think. Do I have that glass in here? Did I put it away? Oh, I made panes with it. Gosh darn it. I don't think I made it all into panes though. Might use this for this house. What kind of walls should we do? I do want to do the blue roof on this one because I want to break up the differences, but I don't want to like build the exact same building. What kind of walls? Look at the blocks I've got. It wouldn't hurt to introduce something new as well. Oh, I need to get more dragon tree leaves. Gosh darn it. I need more. Because those are pretty. I'm gonna do the blue roof. I just had a funny thought, but that's. So, anybody need 77 buckets of lava? I could have gotten more, but I decided not to stay on the nether too long. Stone might be a good place. Let's see. What do I think a form of calcite might be a good idea? I think that's gonna have an edge to it. Borders to it, rather. Oh, and I don't have. No, I need this one. Need. I don't know where my original mason table was. I have discovered that it wasn't in my backpack when I relogged into the server. I suspect it's at wherever Dragon and I was building last time I was on the server, and I just didn't pick it up because I was like, oh, I want to come back here. Problem is I don't remember where that was. Just made a new one. Feeling pride. could work. Ooh, actually, I like that. And yeah, I know this is probably not. This is not spawn proof. It's fine because I'm sitting right here. Okay. Now the door's obviously going to be on this side, given that that's the closest to the ground. It means the path is going to come up here. You know what's going to turn here? It's perfect because there's like a good spot here for another house. Oh, actually don't do that. Leave backpacks and backpacks Batman. I guess you don't have a storage mod with the wireless in this pack. Actually technically I think we do. But I prefer the backpacks. I prefer having it this way. I'm pretty sure we have like 2 or 3 different storage system mods. I'd have to look at them to see which ones. Off the top of my head, I don't remember. Yeah, I'm just weird. And you know, I'm pretty sure everybody predicted that I would do it as well. I'm like, ah, yes, the backpack system. She's gonna just use that, isn't she? It's just Oh, I need to remove. I might honestly just leave that there and make another one. What was I looking for? All right, the dark blue wood, which will be this one. Should have enough slabs already made. Oh, I can make more. And hi, Grim. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Now, how am I gonna? I'm gonna. It hurts my head, but if it works for you, that's all that matters. Fair. Admittedly, it is possibly a strange thing to do. But it's very similar to the way I have my end chest set up in vanilla. So it's just this is how I would have everything set up. Well, not exactly, but like this is the kind of storage I need to do what I want, like building. Like I wish we had backpacks in vanilla, but digress. Okay, is that are those topper? Okay, hold on. Most people have their chests with chokers like that. Okay, what's going on here? Ah, okay, those are bottom slabs. Got it. Yeah, I am I would say notorious perhaps for that. Perhaps that might be the right word. My end chest is very much a builder's end chest. Hello. As if you aren't following Grim, you should definitely consider following Grim. Okay, I need to have more confidence in my ability to remember things. Oi! Trying to build houses. You have the consideration to just leave me alone until I build your house, can't you? You're a normal zombie. You must be a reinforcement zombie. Like, I love the, okay, I love a lot of the features, but I particularly do enjoy the auto refill that I'm using right now. Because it lets me just mid-click. And because I have it in the backpack that is automatically sucking up everything that I drop, it means I don't have to keep, like, retrieving the materials out of that either. So Naomi, I saw that you're so glad that we have wireless storage, and I like doing the storage one. I I feel like I would. I could, in an all possibility, like it might work better in some sense, but I'm just enjoying it this way, so it's fine. The storage mod is there for the people who want it, and I'm going to do it this way. AOT with wireless has the middle click block, and you have to have it. That makes sense, yeah. I think that might be one of the ones we have, but. I technically also just have a storage room. That's mostly because I have like 3 of this type of block and 2 of this type of block that I don't have room for in my organizational system in my backpacks. So I just keep them in there. No, if it works for you, it works for you. Exactly. And everyone on the server does things differently, right? So. Okay, so the main thing I need to remember is that this, I think. The main thing there. Before first row, second row is a dippa-dippa-doo. Okay. Dippa-doo. That made perfect sense, chat. Right? I totally made perfect sense in English just then. I didn't. But the best part about Minecraft is there's no wrong way to play, just different styles for everyone. Exactly. Words are hard? Yes. And sometimes I'm not actually trying to say words. That time was just me thinking out loud, which sometimes results in just noise. No real surprise there. Okay, and the next layer is definitely a double. Let's do this. One of the key factors of villages is that the buildings repeat themselves. So, even though these are slight variations in this case, it should still be slightly repetitive, you know? And I also just really like the way I built this building, so. I do. Heck, I'll just do it on each one. Also, boop. Don't know if I'm keeping these mushrooms, but I might as well light them up until I decide. This part's not part of the part I lit up the other day. That was a lot of words. Okay, cause see that looks the same but different. Which is great. Also, it's fun. You can see the scientists running around in the other one. Got quite a few of these style. This style, rather. It's a small. I think it's a 5x3. Yeah. Well, actually, it's a 5x7. Whatever. It's 5x3 interior. And I've got, you know, a couple with a dock, not with a dock. And this bridge is a variation on the bridge that's all the way over there. Which was the second or third bridge I put there, for the record. I don't know if I showed... I think I showed the other one out, at least one of them on camera at one point. I originally had a Macaw's bridge, and I ended up not liking it. So I was like, I need to move this. Okay, we should do this house next. Just, funnily enough, it's another 5x7. You like the water in that place? Looks nice. Yes, isn't it awesome? The purple water might be one of the main reasons I ended up here. Believe it or not. Because like I love this color and I love these trees and stuff and everything, and I've added my own twist to it, of course. Because neither the purple trees that purple leaf trees you can see here, or the giant mushroom trees are native to this biome. There's actually like two other trees. So you can see the pink one on the floating island over there. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna incorporate more floating islands. And there's also another cyan tree that I think I planted a few around. Is that another one? Yes, I think. A couple of those are also around. Glass of the water, the rain used for builders precarious to build it. Exactly. Well, because there is, you know, logic to my madness, of course. Because I am the Witch of Ink origin. With the, is it like a, I don't remember if it's called a sub-origin, but whatever. With the cleric. Nope, that's not the one I want. This one? My class. There you go. Cleric class, so I do potions. And so I really wanted a very magical modded biome to build in. Like on one hand, I almost picked the lilac or well they're not lilac, but like the lilac fields and woods with those trees in them. But I was like, but the water though. I can replace the trees. I can replace the flowers. I can't change the watercolor as much as I would love to. I can't change the water biome color. So, yeah, it works so well. And because I'm a Witch of Ink, witches ignore me. So the fact that this biome spawns witches and zombie villagers, and that's it, as far as hostile mobs are concerned, works out perfectly for me. And as the person who makes potions, now granted, I did just like kill a few of the zombie villagers, and I do that, you know. But in theory, I'm researching. Like I'm not researching. I rescue them. They just wandered into my base, and I fix them. Granted, it doesn't. Not everyone. Not in reality. Not all of the zombie villagers get hit because it's really annoying to do that all the time. But canonically, if there was a cannon, rescue. Yeah. Yeah, give them houses and food and make them not zombie anymore. Just because Minecraft villagers don't have any self-preservation doesn't mean that they should, you know, complain about it. When I trap them in houses so that they don't jump off a cliff and drown themselves. Not my fault. So, yeah. Like I said, I don't do it all the time because like if I was actually actually trapping and curing every zombie villager that spawned, I'd always be doing it. But what color of house do I want to? I want to pull one of the colors from over there. Ooh, should I do? No, those are mangrove. I was gonna say I thought I did mangrove already. I've done the blue. There would be too many. That too. That too. Hi, dragon. Okay. 55 stream streak. Let's go. Should I do the pink? I don't know that I want to do the house color that is my house. Necessarily. I kind of think my house should stand out. At least stand out a little bit. Look at this. What do I got here? Oh, I probably haven't built anything with the umbrella tree stairs yet. Or should I use the stalagmite? Or the mossy glow shroom? I'm not just picking all the blue colors because that's... Ooh, you know, the willow would look really pretty here, actually. I feel like the willow would look really good. Oh yeah, that weirdly enough does work with the grass color, despite the fact that it really maybe shouldn't. Interesting. Things going good, going good. Just, you know. Okay, normal builder problems. Do I terraform or do I raise this up by one? Okay. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Minor terraforming. Oh, and that ate my shovel. Keep forgetting that that does that. I need to like get into the habit of remembering that I need to click off the tool I'm using before I select like that. Okay. Uh, that will do. When I put the path in, I may adjust that a bit more. I also need to decide on how I'm going to light up the streets in this village. Okay. I was doing something. Oh, right, you redeemed chocolate. I'm going to... Right, there we go. Okay. I almost thought about substituting it with a Jolly Rancher, but that'll take forever to go away. I won't torture you like that. Yeah, I really like this color. It's a good thing I refilled my water at the beginning of the stream. It's funny, I was actually like about to finish going live and starting or whatever. Well, I was live, but I was in ads and stuff. And I was about to be done with that, and then I was like, wait. I think I drank all my water when I was eating food. I should get a refill of that before I start stream. I'll do it that way. Mm. 10 is not going to do that though. Mm. 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 Come on. Mm. Oh, what kind of door should I put on here? Hmm. Hmm. I don't remember what these doors look like. Oh, yeah, nope. Oh, that's why I don't use them. That makes sense. No, I bet the mushroom wood door would work. Yeah, that'll work. And then I need these. Oh. I hear a wandering trader. Yeah, I did. Question is where. Oh, you're not just any wandering trader. You carry bombs. Hold on. Hello, friend. I should at least probably... Ooh, cannonballs. Ooh, fireworks. Hold on. Let me get the emeralds out. Hello. Take some cannonballs. Hey, get back here. Oh, let me... I don't know what kind of fireworks these are. Oh, I need paper. Hold on, let me drop this. Paper. I don't know what kind of fireworks those are, but they look cool. I don't need lanterns or anything. Thank you. Dun, 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 dun. I needed those. Da, 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 da. Nice. It's been a while since one of those came by. Yeah, maybe you actually be able to hear that. The one thing I don't like about my playlist is there's a lot of different volume levels. Like Swan Lake and some of the other more musical, not more musical, that's wrong. Orchestral, maybe might be the right term. Those tracks are quieter, and then some of the stuff that actually has lyrics to it is a lot louder, so it's like I can't balance it. It's really annoying. Do, 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 do. Okay. Isn't it a blood? Okay. Okay, that's probably a little too loud. See? Also, it's just like too hype for what we're doing. That works. What roof should I do? Wild breloom appears if anyone wants to catch it. I might move. I might center the path between these two, to be honest. It feels a little close. Do, 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 do. Okay, I'm gonna do one thing in here because I did already have the idea for it. I just want to make sure that I actually do what I intended to do. That actually won't show up inside. Ah. There we go. It's starting to feel like a village. The villager trader guy helps, but definitely starting to feel the vibes. See, especially once I get the lily things on both sides of the river, it'll feel a bit more symmetrical. Hmm. Yeah, I want to do this build next. Actually, do I have... How much maple do I have, though? That's jungle. Where's maple? Spruce, palm, mangrove. Or yeah, I have 133. That's not happening. I'll have to get some more of that somehow. Chop trees, probably. That's how. Actually. I wanted a bigger tree for there, not that small of a tree. It doesn't feel too crowded, I don't think, actually. I was worried it was going to feel too tight, but I don't think it does. The question is, do I start the base of it here? Because I do like how high that one is, but I don't want all of them to be up super high. Because then it does make sense for it to be like off the water a bit. Well, actually, if this one's down here, it'll make it different than the other two, and then I just can... On the other side, I can add another one that's a little higher. Like, I could put one here, possibly. That one I did put a foundation on, but not all of them will have one. Da, 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 da. Makes more sense for the foundations to be up a little bit more consistently, because, like, the reason you have foundations up like that is so that when the water rises, you don't have issues. Okay, I am arguing with myself. From a build variance perspective, it would be better to have more options, but the reason for the variance would be kind of silly. Like what? You built it at different times of tide? Does that make sense? Not that this water's ever actually going to move up or down, but you know. It's a swamp village. Doesn't have to make sense. Just because it doesn't have to make sense doesn't mean it won't. Da, 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 da. And back to making no sense. It's fine. At least to here. Speaking of swamps, I actually had a lot of fun yesterday related to a swamp because I was playing D&D yesterday with my friends, as one does. And I don't think I need to. I'm not going to go into the long backstory as to why we needed to do what we were doing. Long story short, we needed something for reasons. And one of the characters, the magical items needed something. And my character followed her outside to go get said thing in the middle of the night because I decided leaving her on her own might not be the best idea because we knew there were bandits about. We literally are working on a defensive plan to help the village that we're in fight against the bandits. So really, I was like, you know what? You just ran out in the middle of the night. There are bandits about. I'm gonna follow you. Just make sure, I'll be your friend in crime so that we don't, you at least won't get kidnapped, probably. Or if we do, what you both do, and oops. That would have been funny. Honestly. That would have been actually very entertaining. I would also love to meet the character that could kidnap our characters. Anyway. So we were out doing our thing, and we spotted the thing we needed, and we needed to steal a bandit from among the bandits, because we needed to do. And the bandits had decided, or unlucky targets, had decided to hang out in the middle of the lake in boats, as one does. And I was sitting there trying to think. I was like, okay, we only need the one bandit. There are 30 of them hanging out in these boats right now. We could maybe take them. But I don't know that we should try that. Just the two of us. Because, Like, so what can I do so that we can steal one person out of this group of 30 without getting into a fight. And my character, given that she is an illusionary wizard, a master of distractions, um, imagine a master at distractions, or just in general, just like silliness, one could say. She tends to use it more for dramatic effect and party tricks, but she has been recently because like we've had a situation where we needed a giant illusion. However, I was sitting there looking through my spells, trying to think. I was like, how do we get one? I was like, so we need to disrupt them. So we were talking about, lightning. I don't actually have fireball. We were talking about maybe, I was like, oh, I could strike them with lightning. I could spawn in my fire elemental. I could do a couple things. Technically, I can spawn in any type of elemental, but Asteria, in my head, I've limited myself to her. I've limited her to a fire elemental for reasons. Maybe it's her own imagination limits. Who knows? So I'm sitting there looking through my spells, thinking there's like, but the problem is the minute we start combat, right? Like we're gonna, just because we can, shatter the boats, they can probably maybe they can swim, and then we risk getting blown out of our own boat and whatnot, right? Disturb the soil under the water, then you're like, there is Methania, which is flammable, and goes boom. Yeah, I mean, there was the idea of just destroy their boats somehow and get them all the water and then shock them to death, but that idea was tossed out there. As we were doing this, I'm looking through my spells and I go, wait a second. I just need them to be in chaos, right? Like, we just need them to be so distracted that they don't notice that we take one. Which, honestly, illusionary magic is perfect for this. And then I noticed my 7th level spell, or 1 of 2. I've used the other one before. Prismatic Spray is amazing. And it's called Mirage Arcane. I can turn 1 square mile of terrain into any other type of terrain I want. It is an illusion, but it looks, smells, and feels like the type of terrain I say it does. Even if someone realizes it is an illusion, it stays. They still can interact with it. I was like, so. I looked at everyone and I was like, so what if I just change where they are? Because, like, if I changed it and they were one moment on a peaceful lake in the middle of the night, and the next moment they were somewhere else, they're going to be confused. Which is a perfect time. And they're going to panic, probably, right? Everyone's going to be freaking out, like, what is going on? And that's the perfect time to steal one and get out of here before they try to murder us. It was funny because I was talking to everyone else, like, so do I go like crazy or do I go like crazy? And everyone's like, what do you mean? And it's like, so do I go like Lava Land, like Mustafar, or do I go like Candyland? They're like, oh, crazy or crazy. I see. And I was sitting there, I was like debating. I was like, do I do lava? Because that would be kind of funny. It's like, but, and then someone pointed out, and I don't remember who. I was like, well, we kind of need to sneak up on them still. And I was like, wait, that's easy. I was like, I didn't want to like turn it into a grass plains or something, because then they're in boats. I was like, we're in a boat, they're in a boat. We kind of need the boat to still work. Don't want to stretch the limitations of what illusion means, right? So, and can you row a boat through an illusionary plains grass that you could also technically walk on? I don't know. I don't know how that works. So I was like, okay, what do we do? What do we do? I was like, bingo. I just turn it into a swamp. Because it means we can still use the boat. gives us ton of camouflage, disrupts them like no tomorrow. It's like, a tree just showed up, like, a bunch of trees just. Water's a different color, there are bugs, there are fireflies. Actual fireflies. One minute you're just dozing off, ready to raid the village tomorrow, and the next minute you're in the middle of a swamp. Talk about confusing. And we'll easily slip in, steal the person we needed to steal, and slip back out. And they won't notice. And we'll have plenty of cover. And we'll just be gone. So that's what it did. I was like, perfect. I'll just turn it into a swamp. So yeah, now this village that we're staying at, in their lake, it's actually called Lake Town, ironically, I think. Or Lakeside. One of the two. There's just now, they get to just have an illusionary swamp in the middle of their lake for the next 10 days. Because, that's just how that works. We accomplished what the two of us needed to do without any. Well, because the part of the reason Asteria was going all out for it was because she was trying to prevent us having to do an actual crime. Long story. It's like we did it without doing anything crazy. And I was like, I finally get to use this spell. Finally. It's like, yeah, I'll use my 1 7th level spot to do this. Why not? And the funny thing is, because it was in the middle of the night, I wasn't sure if the DM was going to let me, but I was like, so can I just... I know she technically, arguably, already did her long rest. Because she's an elf, she only needs to, like, close her eyes for 4 hours. But can I just, like, do another one? He's like, she'll wake up late in the morning, it's fine. Wake up. She'll come out of the room late in the morning, but, like, given that she has the time, and she knows she's gonna get into a fight tomorrow. Like, can I? I didn't make the decision to use a spell based on that because I was like, I'll be fine without my 7th level spell slot. But I was like, I also only have one, so it would be nice when we go fight the bandits tomorrow. It would be nice to have all my spell slots back. Yeah, it was really fun. I was like, yeah, I finally get to use the spell. Finally. And it's such a fun one, too. Well, that's one of the reasons I picked illusionary magic for this character, because you can do some very silly, very fun things. And I love that so much. It's like, when it comes to disrupting the enemy, that's gonna be my thing. Has been my thing. Not that I don't play tricks on my allies as well, I don't limit it to the enemies. Because why would I do that? Actually, at one point when I was definitely helping a friend, I also very much enemy. I definitely distracted a friend as well. They failed the save. It's fine. That was funny. Because the two giant cat, they're not technically barbarians, but crazy fighters. The enemy one and our ally one were fighting on stairs, and I was trying to be helpful. Because ours was. I don't know that I said he was losing per se, but he wasn't winning. Exactly. So I intervened by using. I don't know if I did minor illusion or light off the top of my head. Either way, laser pointer. I essentially pulled a laser pointer on two cats. And the intention was to give my ally a second to breathe. Wait a minute. But my ally also decided to get distracted by the laser. So I was like, well, they're not fighting. So he's probably fine. It was very funny. I don't even remember what save we said they did for it, but it probably was a. That'd be a wisdom. I don't know. Anyhow, it was very interesting. We were all laughing so hard. Yeah, we thought of like the practical ways of like, okay, we could just, set the boats on fire, we could do this, we could do that, and I was like, you know what if we just overkill this? Because like going out in the middle of the night was art, in my opinion, like, well, and in my character's opinion in this case, was already kind of a crazy thing for us to be doing. Not that they were not two very capable individuals, we are. But we were already kind of on a crazy mission, so she was like, maybe we don't do the super crazy thing and pick a fight with a bazillion people. Maybe. This once. Of course, to be fair. It's not like they haven't done that before. Actually... Those two would do it, but... That's beside the point. Because these are the two characters that also just went monster hunting for fun. By themselves. Oh. PCs are murder hobos. Everybody is supposed to die. Yeah. There is a degree of that, especially with my friend's character. Mine is a little less... She's a little less violent than the rest of the group. But... Not that she's opposed, she just... is. Almost all the rest of the group. Oh. Right. But yeah, basically what happened, and as I said, I'm not going to explain the backstory to why, but my character was attempting to, like, keep the other character from, taking... from murdering a random NPC. Like, okay, if we're gonna do this, we need to... Let's at least go after a bandit, please. It's like, I understand the urgency of the situation with your magical item. However, let's try not to do something that might get us arrested this time, you know? Just maybe. Like, if we can't pull it off, that's fine, but can we at least try? And yes, that's assuming we got caught, but, you know. It's just the way my character is. She's got a little bit more of a... She's got leaning on the good side of things, I guess is the way I would put it. But it was fun. It was a silly moment. And we got what we needed to do. Well, see, a random passerby and a bandit are two completely different things. Bandit has most likely killed people before, and is going to. Clearly, because they're, hanging out in the water in the middle of the night next to a town. hiding themselves. They're very clearly up to no good. Random passerby in the street, you know, lower chance of that being, you know, it could be a random innocent civilian. So she was like, because the issue is we needed, well, basically needed a sacrifice for the magical item. So like, avoiding there being a dead body involved was not, sadly, not in the cards. And we didn't have one lying around, so. Now, why do we have that magical item? That's a whole nother story. As I said, long, complicated. Like, I feel like I'd have to explain a lot more of the campaign. And also, it really just is a silly. It's a lot less serious than it might sound, actually. I'm curious what would have happened if we didn't do it. But I also wasn't necessarily in the mood to find out. You know, it's maybe not something we want to find out just yet. Maybe. But hey, the girls had bonding time. And B, I created a swamp, so. A illusionary swamp. But a swamp nonetheless. It was funny, some other characters ended up going outside and being near the lake. Everyone was just like, that wasn't there before. Anywho. I kind of think I probably could take it down myself. I think. However, I feel like Asteria is the type of character to just leave it there. Just be like, nope, not sure all's problem now. It's gonna be there until it's not there. Oh well. Because I half expected it to be concentration. Because I felt like that would make sense. And then it was not concentration. I was like, oh. It just lasts for 10 days. Now, it did also take 10 minutes to cast, but, that's not difficult for... Given that no one knew I was casting it other than my friend, it was not a problem. But yeah, that's the type of shenanigans I enjoy getting up to. Now, I would have loved to not need to get a hold of a bandit, but, honestly, par for the course with the issue with the current magic item. Actually, because she has 2 of them, but whatever. We're gonna have fun when we get all 5 of those and figure out what the heck is going on with them, because I have this funny feeling that we're gonna end up fighting a very interesting bad guy. Can't imagine what gave me that idea. But, for now we appease the magic item and keep it from doing whatever it does when it doesn't get what it wants. Better not be a gauntlet involved? No. Actually, it's 2 bags of holding that are not bags of holding. Exactly. They're connected to each other? Yeah. And in this case, when it didn't get what it wanted, when it didn't have what it wanted at the frequency it wanted it, it was glowing red and making noise. So we kind of went, we probably should feed it to keep it from doing whatever it does when it's not fed. We'll figure out what the consequences of this are later. It's fine, probably. It's probably not fine. We're probably gonna find out that we really didn't want to be doing that, but at the moment, we don't know what's inside, like what dimension, like what the situation actually is. I just have theories. I think I have more theories than my character does, but It's like on one hand, it's like, there's probably something evil. But on the other hand, we don't know exactly what's going on, so... And you know, just because, you know, just because we could ignore it. But should we? Debatable. So we're not ignoring it this time. Because like if we don't handle it, then who's going to handle it, and how are they going to handle it? You know. Also, we're all just curious. The character who has it, I think, is more just very curious about it. Very intrigued by the mysterious thing that she has found. And the rest of us are just like, okay, that's happening, I guess. She's so much fun to play though. My character, of course. So much fun. It's like I need to use some of my other spells that I've gotten. I want to use the spell the custom one the DM gave me. I want to know what it does. Well, I know what the vibes are of what it does, but I don't know what it actually does yet because I haven't used it yet. I thought about using it for like 2 seconds last night, but I was like, I feel like that's a little less practical. It's I think technically it's called an aura. I don't remember. Essentially, it is mental magic. I think it basically makes everybody in the vicinity that fails to save very silly. So it'll be fun. Whoever made a hoodie and didn't put aglets or stop knots on the string is a horrible person. Oh no! Yeah, you have to at least put the really flimsy plastic aglets on it. Come on. Clara, I want to book time with you tomorrow night for some homework if possible. Yes, I was actually going to suggest the same thing. I heard you had other homework going on tonight. I was like, oh yeah, right. Dragon and I need to do our homework. And I gotta show you the build I did in The Sims. That's part of homework, but I could also just do it whenever. Yep, it's done and mapped. Nice. I knew we had homework to do. I just hadn't mentioned it to you yet because I was I'd been like thinking it, and then I realized that like it was already halfway through the week last night or whatever. Well, I realized it would be. I was like, yeah, I should mention it. I think we'll probably do it on Thursday. Yeah, yesterday was so much fun. My character got up to some stuff other than that too, and it was just a good vibe overall. It would turn into a map if I can. I mean, yes. So the difference is, right, the office that I did, because I put it in my game, it is technically also a park. So instead of being inside, well, there's the building, but then I turned it into the outside of it look like a building and put a park around it. So that way it's also practical for the game. But the inside of the office, you should be able to turn it into, take the basics and turn it into a map. I debated for a while what kind of space to make that in The Sims because I was like, what do we do? Like, I want to put the layout of the office, but I don't really want to build a house to go with it. And I built it on a random plot in. What's the one that has like all the empty plots? Is it the Newcastle? That's not right. Whatever. The one that has like a bazillion empty plots. I just built it over there, and I was like, all right, you know what? Originally, I was gonna do community center, but then that got complicated. I was like, nah, park. Add a bunch of plants to the outside. It's fine. Honestly, I probably could show it off right now, but I'd have to load another game. I wonder if my computer has enough juice to do that. Da, 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 da. Okay, I think I want to do a cyan house this time. Let's do the umbrella tree wood. Why is the Chaos Cookie Collective timer on? That is not the right one. Hello? I had both of them on. That's funny. Wrong Minecraft server there, Stream Elements. I normally don't check that because I normally turn them off right after I use them, but I must not have gotten that one. Honestly, I feel like I should do more build streams on The Sims and stuff because I feel like it might be really fun to do. But I haven't actually been playing it that much. I need to get back to it. I just haven't had a play through I wanted to do. Frost on the Bow is doing wonders. Because of course it is. Do-do. I don't remember what I was doing. I was running around ignoring some of the zombies or whatever that was chasing me, and it just lightning kept happening, and it was funny. I was like, oh, right, yeah. The first time it happened, I was like, huh? And I was like, oh, yeah, I can just ignore these skeletons I'm running past, because the sky will take care of them for me. It's fine. I need to clean my inventory. Clearly. Dun, 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 dun. That's for the roof, though. Well, I can just do the roof first. Not like it's a problem to do that way. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Down too low. No, that's perfect. Okay. Oh no, it's a baby zombie. Rabbit hurts. Oh, right. I'm wearing those shoes. Because I'm wearing the, last stitch up. Yep. Because I'm wearing the bunny slippers. The bunny noises happen all the time. But double jump. And wait, no, those aren't the ones that do double jump. This one's the one that does immunity to fall damage. Which one does double jump? Ah, yes, the cloud in a bottle. And then that does the lightning. Uses the parading trust of villagers. I should really be wearing a different hat. I'm not gonna lie. I should be wearing a different hat because I don't trade with villagers often enough to justify that. According to these ones, they don't say they do. That doesn't mean they don't. It just means that it's not in the item description for whatever reason. But the claw in the bottle gives me double jump. And lets me do that. So. You know, I'll take it. At least I'm pretty sure that's what allows me to do that. And then, of course, I have wings, so then... Yeah, it is an older version of the mod, because we are on... No, not that one. We're on 17. Oh. For this one. The claw in the bottle, let's get the jump hole. Mm-hmm. It's so nice. I love the claw in the bottle so much. It feels weird after, like, going to this and then going back to vanilla feels so weird. Not that I mind it, because it's fun to play the two different versions, right? I do need to clean this out, because I clearly have... The cloud in the bottle is nice, and when in the start, really like to get it. Yeah. I think I had it before we had wings even, and I was really enjoying it. Because it let me like just zip around and stuff and get on places. But especially once you have wings, it's really easy to use to like do other silly things with. Makes exploring much easier. In parkour, it gets very interesting as well. Now, granted, it makes it a little more difficult in some aspects because it means my sense of like jumping distance and stuff that I have for, you know, having played the game enough, you know, for a long time, one could say. That means that's my sense of that is off when I'm using them, but I don't mind that too much. And I don't think I ever died because of them. So, you know. That in itself is probably a victory. Well, because I think I've had the bunny slippers on since I've been using the cloud in the bottle as well. So. I've also had feather falling for a pretty while amount of time. Because I'm notorious for falling off of things. Well, falling off of things might be the wrong way to phrase that. I should say I'm notorious for jumping off of things. So, you know. I gotta get it right, of course. Kind of was just... I'm surprised nobody said anything. So they're all probably busy playing games. I jump off things so much that the first time Dragon and I based together, he... I don't know if I would say I stressed him out necessarily, but I was jumping off of everything all the time. And we didn't have feather falling, and he was just like, one day he just gave me feather falling boots. Was like, here, wear these. You were eating an ice cream cone? Yeah, important thing. Very important thing to do. But yeah, that was funny. She's like, yeah, no, you keep jumping off of things. Here, take this. It's like, yeah, I could have taken the stairs. I built stairs. But it was faster to just jump. So I did. It wasn't far enough to... Assuming I had full health, it wasn't far enough to actually kill me. Nowadays, I tend to have more Elytra-related incidents than anything else. I'm actually, funnily enough, sitting at 101 deaths on RQSMP. So, you know, I had 100 and I was trying really hard not to die again. And then, I don't remember if server lag got me or what. I was trying. I was trying not to die because I was like, oh, I want to be at, I was like, I should be at 100 when we, you know, end season 2. And then I died again. I was like, gosh darn it. I don't think that works together. Those are pretty doors though. I'll keep those. So, I'm now at 101 and I'm trying not to die again. Cycle continues, I suppose. Mushroom wood doors, and yes, those work. I also need some trapdoors. I do have some bees here. I'm not sure about that log being block I put there. I'm still trying to figure that out. But I really like this. I noticed it in one of the villages. That they had like a place like that. And I was like, I really like this idea. So when I was trying to think of a way to fill the space without putting another building there, I was like, ooh, I'll put one of the bee things there. Because I had gone into one of the flower themed dungeon. And just been running around and got some beehives from it. Circular white stained glass pane. Okay. I need more white glass. I mark white glass pane. Sorry, I made them all into. Might as well make a bunch more. Circular. Arched. Perfect. That worked. Okay. What did Art say? Took you so long to accept that the little bits of damage from falling is not a problem. You used to be precious about your health, but once you understood automating food production, that was over. I'm just impatient. Especially once, like, I got used to having decent armor and such. Actually, I feel like yeah, maybe do like a smaller window on this side. Because there is like a building here. So it doesn't need to be symmetrical. Not that it needs to be symmetrical anyway. Um, just once I got more confident playing the game, I guess, in a sense too. I honestly don't remember like how I was with health and stuff before. Um, oh yeah, I got those. Before I started playing like on the parlor and stuff. I don't remember. To be fair, before that, I was playing on easy mode in a single player survival world for the most part. I still have that world. And I do eventually want to get back to working on those projects, but it's I enjoy multiplayer a heck of a lot more than single player these days. So I don't typically even think to go open it anymore. Just, way it is at the moment. Where did these? Oh yeah, I put them in there. Okay. These should also go in there. Clear out a couple things. Okay. I'll do the ceiling, but what do I want to do for the floor? Excuse me. Oh yeah, I had this stuff. Got auto smelted and turned into the cracked version, but it's fine. Okay. Schist. Okay, where is that? Which is that? Those massive stone bricks. Ah, it's the stuff I only have a little bit left. That's fine. I'll sprinkle it in to the cracked stuff so that it doesn't look as crazy. Do I want to... Okay, so for this section, I'm just going to do this. And then I think I just do this, honestly. I'll eventually get around to doing the actual interiors in here. But given these are villager houses, it'll probably be whenever I figure out what villagers I'm putting in the house. If I'm putting villagers in here. Honestly, mostly doing it for the aesthetics. Oh. However, for this one, I don't think lights on the ceiling? I mean, I could just do... Almost it is double white ceiling. Maybe... and rocks and woods. Don't know exactly how this is gonna look, but... do it like this. I don't know if I'll leave it like that or whether I'll put it... What if I put it in the ceiling? I know it's here. Huh. Where'd it go? That's weird. I must be blind. Unless that's not the one that was autofilling. Does anybody see my axe in here anywhere? be mad if it just ate it. Hmm. Okay, so Tango on that one. Not in this one. That advanced autofill's not even on. Alright, well this is interesting. Okay, well. Huh. If I relog it, it'll just show up. Because it wasn't probably supposed to do that. Not on the floor, right? Huh. Well. Hmm. Alright, let me see if I've got a backup axe that'll work for now, because I don't want to... I want to go through all my backpacks before I make another one. Well, you know what? I probably should try relogging, actually. Hold on. Be a good idea. It's really thinking about it this time. I feel like I'm just looking right past it because it's completely plausible. Tools. I have an axe, but that's... Alright, well, I can go enchant. That's funny, Bane of Anthropods 1. I'll have to go look and see what the name of it was. It is a little bit annoying that that does that. I need to now remember not to let advanced refill, whatever's doing the advanced refill apparently can't fill up. That's really unfortunate. I am just doing this real quick to see if I am just that blind. But I have a feeling that's not what the problem is here. Mm-hmm. Let me go ahead and... Is that magnet on? No. Well, it will be now. For a minute. Let me just... Those in there. Do do do. Well, that's rather annoying. Okay. Well, let's just see what I get from the enchanting table. Actually, do I have tools? Don't think I have an extra mending. I'll have to go get that. Do, 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 do. Alright. Wonder what I'll get if I just use the enchanted table though, because I get special levels of rolls from this. Being of arthropods, really? Alright, you know what? Have the levels. It's crazy to get efficiency 5 on a level 30 enchant and that's it. That's actually kind of insane, even with... Okay. You know what? That will work because... is there an anvil in here? I have an anvil. Oh yeah, it doesn't have a breaking 3 on it. Where'd it go? Oh, there. So if I put mending on it, I have something that's slightly different than what I had. So when I replace it later, off camera, well, because it glitched out, I will actually just replace what I had, remake it. But this way I'll have an axe for the rest of the stream, which won't be very long, but now I have a fortune one, so you know, it's useful in that way. For gathering mushrooms and stuff. Hold on, I gotta remember what the keybind for that is. Option, control, keybind. Oh, okay. Okay, that will work. And I will make a spot for it. Oh, right. Where shall I put it? really should be up here with the other tools. Maybe I'll move. Hmm. I'll move that, honestly. That up there. I have not eaten the chocolate yet, no. I have for your redemption, I have not for Preludes. I saw it, I saw it. I'm just really frustrated that my netherite axe that was perfect just, you know, up and vanished on me. That's really annoying. I was like, part of me wants to believe I am just being absolutely blind. And it's just in here somewhere. But the other part of me knows that most likely because of the way that the nature of that upgrade is, it probably it's not. I don't think it's supposed to replace tools in your inventory anyway. So it's just like broken already. So actually, is there? Because there's not any settings for it. I don't know how you would tell it not to do that. How about we build one more building before I call the end of stream? Now, I haven't actually planned this one out, but I know it's going to be here. Honestly, just going to build another small one. Chocolate, yes. Okay. No, I feel like this is the second time I've had to replace that darn axe, also. Or was it my sword last time? I got yeeted. Don't remember. Really don't remember. I'm paranoia. Paranoia. Unsettled. I just want a clue. Thought that I never made. All my flaws are bittersweet. Don't wait for me. I should have told you. Just to hold you. Bye bye on paranoia. Okay. I did eat the chocolate, by the way, Prelude. I did eat it, but I muted at the beginning of the song. And hi. I don't know if I said hi already. Enjoy your lurk. That's not what I meant to do. I can place blocks. Minecraft? Hello? There we go. Problem child, but I got too wild. Wanna be. Feel like me. Patterns all in the past now. No, you don't. Cut that out. I realized I just went quiet, didn't I? Whoops. Just building a house. Same one we've been basically the same shape as a lot of the others we built today. But I think it's definitely coming along. There's some bits and pieces I need to do to make it feel like an actual village. And one of the things I wanted to do was fix this over here. There. Now all the lights on all the docks are the same. There, let's like go here. I definitely think it's starting to feel like a village, yeah? I think so. Funny, from this angle, you actually can't see the house we just built. What do you guys think? Thoughts? No thoughts? No, I don't think I've looked at it from like over here. Which would be your first real angle of it. I need to go through and do a bunch of this stuff. Well, hello. We should do a check-in on all the villagers and make sure they're all not zombified. Hi. Got an archaeologist. Rare chat, our only thoughts are trolling streamers. Fair. Librarian. Okay. Well, those guys got like triple doors, so they should be fine. You are still fine. I think you had a friend. Who's also still fine. Perfect. Though... did I do that? Oh, that's the bed, right? Because the villagers in beds. Right. Yeah, it looks good from this angle. It looks really good from this angle, actually. I need to probably add this stuff. Did I use the same lanterns everywhere, or did I just hang lanterns? Oh, those are the same ones. Right. I need to figure out which variation of lantern that is. Let's grab... Grab the tinker table. I want to say it's probably that one. And then I also have the paper lantern things I will put around as well. Yeah, that looks good from here. I still love this build. It's a very silly build that I did. But I still really enjoy it. Anyway. And then from here, I do think the fact that it's like only on this side of the bridge is a problem. I probably should at least put a build here. If not, like, somewhere over on this side of this tree. And then the path's not done over here. Put it there. Probably there. We just go along here and put some lamps up. Needs to be the start. No lighting everything up. Oh, this doesn't have a door. I have committed an oversight. Hold on, let's pick a door for that. You know what? This door looks fun. Yes. That door does look fun. Perfect. Oh yeah, that does have a stairs. It just doesn't have a... I'll have to come through with the quartz, of course, and do the paths the rest of the way. Nice. It's very simple. Don't actually need... Well, if I want to use a bunch of mud, I might need it. Yeah, these are looking good. Definitely, it feels a little less villagey, like, right here, but I think once this house is in, and the paths are in, I can start doing a little bit more landscaping with, like, and I do stuff like I've done over here. With, like, the gardens and stuff. It'll feel a little bit more... Okay, you're still good. It'll feel a little bit safer. Not safer. It'll feel more put together and planned. Checking the labs. Guys. Hi! Girl, you are loose. Somehow still you haven't managed to trap yourselves on those chairs yet. Honestly, kind of impressive, not gonna lie. Oh, I should put something on the shelves. I probably have stuff to put on the shelves now. Hold on, let me see if any of the mini blocks I've got are kind of like potion-y or lab-related stuff. I definitely feel like that's a call. A stack of books is always a good idea. Ooh, I think those are clocks. I definitely feel like they need a clock. You get objects for your shelves now. Oh, that doesn't go that way. That's it. That's better. I could probably honestly do more decorations for the villagers, but especially this house, it's very sparse. But this one's fun because this one actually has a fun basement. He's got some tropical fish down here. And you can see out into the water outside as well. Which doesn't currently have fish in it. However, it might in the future. In the sense I might put... Well, actually, I might end up just having axolotls. That might be what I end up doing. I love this, like... the two tall gardens. Sometimes I'm like, do I really want to put more? And then it's also just very pretty. I do want to put maybe a bigger garden. Like, I think at a distance at some point I should build a bigger farm. Because it'll be cute. Be fun to play with some of the... like, building a better version of this. Oh, and I did make sure to turn that off, right? Okay, good. I was like, I did turn off the pump, right? Okay. However, I think that has been enough. It's been a long enough stream for me today. Thank you everybody for hanging out and all the stuffs and things. Here, let's put it on non-Christmas music. Yeah. Jen's yelling at me. Thank thank you everybody for hanging out and chatting and all this stuffs. Let's see, what's this week? I don't know about stream on Friday. In part because there's some stuff going on that I don't know. I don't know what's happening with that. So, like my parents are maybe traveling, maybe not, and they still haven't decided. Which changes a bunch of things for me. So I'm not sure if I will feel up to streaming on Friday or not. But we will see. Let me check and see if we've got anybody to raid. It's been a minute since I've actually raided somebody. Ooh! Okay, I see somebody we can raid. I think they'll be going for a little longer. I don't know how much longer, but they're playing that new game that everybody's having lots of fun with. The new paint hide and seek game, which I have found very entertaining. So let me. Alright, I want my own window open for this because I don't like. There we go. Okay. So we're going to go see Cat Wild, that is. Should be this button if anybody wants to. This button, this command. If anyone wants to grab the raid shout out, there it is. If you don't have my emotes, you can always add another. Just remember to limit it because some people have a limit to how many emotes they want in a single message, and I don't remember. It's always hard to tell. So you accidentally do it and be like, oh yeah. No more than 5. 5 seems to be everybody's typical limit. Like, if they limit it to that many, it's that. So, anyways, yeah. No idea about Friday. As far as I'm aware, we're streaming on Saturday unless something happens. Though I don't know my sister's work schedule, so we'll see. Yeah, it was a little fun. I will get the axe back, especially since it was glitched out. I'm just gonna go back and look and see exactly what was on it, and then actually, no, just me. Whatever. I want to remake myself one, but didn't want to fiddle with that on camera. Yeah, that was fun. We got like so many buildings done today. Oh, you know what? Yammering. Do that. Yeah, let's go say hi to Kat. They're playing Mecha Chameleon with Zerfira. It's a fun game. I don't know if I would. I feel like I would enjoy playing it with the right people. We'll see. But yeah, we should go say hi to them. I don't normally get to raid Kat because Kat usually streams before I do, or the same amount of time I do. But they must have started later today. Yeah, let's go say hi to them, and I will see y'all. If not on Friday, then I will see y'all on Saturday. Bye.